All right, it's like take 3. You know, you try to film an idea. Really, that's what you're doing. I don't do too many cleanups, so I'll just go for it. This is a display that I set up based on the last 2 or 3, 4 weeks of top finds for me. Things that I'm considering keeping, things that I wanted to photograph as the week of. I do a digital documentation, if you will, so that I can keep track going forward. It definitely doesn't represent all I've found in 2, 3, 4 weeks or whatever, but just things that, you know, I say, well, I might really want to keep that. Now, there could be 5 times that much, 6 times that much that I found in the 4 weeks. For example, right here, as many of you have seen, this is what I call open stock. This box right here. Just some great pottery. I do keep a couple pieces here or there, but everything you're seeing in this box is what I call open stock. It's ready to move, except, and it's the only place that I have for my banner stones. As you can see them in there. Of course, every one of maybe 12 that I've ever found are broken. I've only found one whole one, and it's not in this box. But those are just sticking out there. And then last 2 or 3 weeks I found this piece here, as you might have seen. You can see the drilling pretty good there. That piece happens to have a home already. Some people have, you know, spoken up and saying they want this or want that, and there's a nice quartzite hammerstone, remember that? Found live. So just some great stock that's sort of quietly resting. And in this box, which I call my C3s, they're all they're virtually full. They're virtually full pieces. And if you have any interest in North American Indian artifacts or what have you, you know, we can always strike up a deal. A lot of these were found live. Triangle. I just absolutely love the texture and the color of the pottery. You can just feel the heartbeat of their culture with the pottery, can't you? And then over here, it's another group. Special reason that I have this group over here on the side. Just good stuff. Some of this stuff was found live, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But I found this yesterday. I think it was on video. Absolutely. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with anything in this box. It's all sweet. But you gotta make rhyme and reason of how you find things. I mean, just like Richard does, and just moves things forward. And I don't blame him. Everything has a price. But at the same time, I think he's really happy that he's sharing it with people who love artifacts. And I just want to go around this. Here's a point that I found, I guess you could say this week in the jump off. And I know there's 2, 3 people who really love the cleanup, so I'm just going to do my best just to go around and show you a little bit of what are my favorites. Piece from Mecca in rhyolite, and I know it doesn't look all that balanced and all that pretty, but sometimes certain pieces are just favorites, individual favorites for whatever reason it is, and sometimes you don't even know why. It's a piece from Mecca, vein quartz. Another piece from right nearby. And sugar quartz, that's a Mecca point. Just good natural light in here. So good that I can see crumbs or little flakes. They're not flakes, but you know what I mean. Here's an interesting piece from Opening Sands. It's absolutely great base. And that's broken off at the tip just a little bit, but it's just a great point. A lot of these were found at Mecca. All that we've seen so far, those 4 or 5 are from Mecca. This point here is from Mecca too, this little guy. had a little chip. See the original color of the flint. The patina becomes, I think, pretty virtuous when you see original color of the flint. It's amazing. You look at these and you're like, okay, that's what color it was. Well, no, not at all. I mean, for these, the quartz never changes. But for these, the flint has definitely changed color like this. This was definitely patinaed. A piece from the clay pot. And that's a beveled piece. Don't know if we can pick up on the bevel. With the light the way we have it. Here's a piece from Opening Sands. Lamar Mountain. Interesting thing about this piece right here. Look at the flint. Is that it came from the same place that this piece did right here. Within feet, really. Steps, you know. It is a purplish brownish. And then I remember I was just about leaving Mecca, and I found a very rare Guilford Yuma in quartz. It's got an inclusion right there. It's not a break. It's just a great piece. And that was really outside of Mecca. And here's a piece that's just right in the heart of Mecca, a piece of sugar quartz. See the familiar tone of the sugar quartz? And then the two in the middle I almost forgot. Drill. They're both from Mecca. There was a lot going on at Mecca, and that was about the only place that's really not in crop lock like today, and like I think I'll have to use the word until. I don't know when, but lots of my sites are in crop lock. They're starting to bring in the tobacco, so we'll see. You never know. All bets are off, and I have stopped trying to figure out the rhyme or reason to agriculture. So remember that other box. If you're interested in getting any great eastern, central North Carolina artifacts, I can help you. But some of these that you're looking at, some of them will be finding another home. Maybe a handful of these I'll move into my displays, my display box. And just a really great setup. As always, I hope you find out there. And that right there, that's Indian Trace.